steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Okay. Reading the news now. So I got I got 2 stories. No, 3. 3 stories, and then we're out of here for the day. So this is some good story. This is good news right here. The last black-owned bowling alley staying open, operating because Black people decided to book it out, man, and made a push for it. You love to see it. Mac Liederman. Skyline lanes will stay open after Chicago step up to save the city's last black-owned bowling alley. Skylanes raised their prices over $16 and is now regularly booking out this alley as neighbors plan events to keep far south side's last bowling lane open. Shout out to Chicago for sticking together. Jeffrey Manning. I want to tell the story about Chicago, bro. I went to Chicago for the first time in like 2022, and we were riding around and stuff. I'm like, yo, this city is beautiful, bro. We were surprised how nice the city of Chicago was. I was with my coworker, Malik Brown, at the time. Shout out Malik. And we were like, bro, this place is beautiful, bro. Like, we expecting like Chirac when we come to Chicago because that's what they feed to us. And I know people have done documentaries on it and stuff and TV shows, but that's what I expected, bro. Bro, it's a very nice place, bro. They had upscale Black people, like middle class Black people, bro. And of course, Black people trying to make it out in the struggle. But they were, working, actively working to make their situation better and stuff like that. It was just a beautiful sight to see, for real, for real. Shout out to Chicago. Here we go. It was barely past noon Monday, and Skyline Lane's owner, Bernita Hill Corley, was already busy passing out bowling shoes, answering the phone, and hustling between lanes to keep the youth group and senior leagues rolling along. Foot traffic at Skyline Lanes, 9915 South Torrance Street, has been almost nonstop since Hill Corley declared the 36 bowling alley lane, a Southside gathering spot since the 1950s, at risk of closing. Hill Corley told the Black Club last month, but the family business had many of its bowling leagues after the pandemic, while the property tax assessment more than doubled last year with the historical 35,000 square foot alley, which is in need of costly repairs. As bowling leagues and other community gathering spaces have dwindled, more than 100 Chicago bowling alleys have been closed since the sport's heyday in the mid-20th century, leaving Skyline Lines as one of the 3 left on the south side of the city's last Black-owned bowling center. Bowling operators have told Block Club their properties are now far more often than the businesses on them. Hill Corley set lofty goals of $1 million to GoFundMe in a last-ditch effort to stay open. Since the Black Club's last report, she's raised more than $16,000 in small donations and has booked out the bowling alley on most days since everything from large company outings to birthday parties. Skyway, it's crazy that they say like bowling alleys are no longer in its heyday like the mid 20th century. Because I thought like bowling alleys was still alive. Like that's a popular dating spot. I think in particular, it's like a thing that people go for like birthday parties, get-togethers, random celebrations, keeping up celebrations of like the end of the company year or the end of school year and stuff like. I go to bowling alleys probably like once or twice a year at least. And I'm not a bowler, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like a normal occasion of like, what are you gonna do? Let's go bowling. It's at every little thing where you go to like an adult arcade or something like that. There's a bowling alley. You go, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It surprised me that it's no longer a thing for real. She hired an event player to manage the new demand. The article created a viral effect, Hill Corley said. I feel relieved. I'm beyond energized. The community, local organizations, nonprofits, schools, and people are reaching out for events and social gatherings that will continue to create that next generation of love flowing through the center. W Center, bro. Shout out to Inglewood. Shout out to the west side of Chicago. West side better go crazy. And I'm from the part of the city that they ain't gonna be talking about. Hey, I'm selling my grandma's house. Shout out to West Side Part 4. Shout out to Austin. What y'all see? I'm really in Chicago. What's up to Austin? Shout out to Inglewood, different Inglewood, but yeah, I wanted to say that. Organizers with Brightpoint, an Inglewood-based nonprofit. Shout out to Planet Vegan, bro. Shout out to Planet Vegan, bro. Shout out to the Black Vegan as well. Sparkle, La Star, Rucker, excuse me, and then my boy, uh, Eli Israel, bro, for sure. My dogs. It matches youth to jobs and programs. Brought a yellow school bus full of kids to Skyway for a bowling outing on Chicago Public Schools off day on Monday. He saw the news coverage of the bowling alley struggling to stay afloat, said Mario Passmore, program director at Brightpoint. Places like this are readily available to residents in our community. You want to make sure these types of establishments stay open. A few lanes down from the Brightpoint's youngest members, Erica, Anya, and Akira, taking turns to bowl backwards. Monday Seniors League revved up as Shirley Crossley, 87, threw a slow rolling strike with a professional touch of spin. Crossley wasn't surprised to see the community step up to save Skyway. This is the only bowling alley left in this area, Crossley said. I bowled at every house in Chicago, but when the wintertime brings bad news, I don't like having to get on the expressways. Coming here, it gives us something to do. Michael L. Jordan, this man named Michael Jordan in Chicago. It's funny. Michael L. Jordan, a former engineer who bowls while wearing two Carabiner clips of keys. He said he's grown used to carrying around for his working days. He brought a group of friends to Skyway on Monday. Jordan said he had several perfect 300 games to his name and flashed a smile at the thought of picking up more at his go-to place. This is the only bowling alley I know on the South Side, Jordan said. Hill Corley said she'll use the first batch of donations to smooth out years' worth of potholes in the building's parking lot. She's hoping to raise more to remodel the restrooms, the front counter, replace floors, and buy new bowling shoes for the house. But the tidal wave of daily support is enough to keep Skyway's doors open. I'm just happy the community took this so seriously. Hill Corley said their support is unbelievable. I never thought it would be this. It exploded. The bowling alley on the site of a former church has changed hands three times since it opened in the 50s, Hill Corley said. Her father, Johnny Hill, her father, Johnny Hill, a former political operative who invested in the neighborhood businesses in his later years, bought the bowling alley in 2009 from the late Jacoby Dickens. Dickens was the owner of Seaway Bank, once the largest of the city's black-owned banks, which invested into black communities when others didn't. When Hill died in 2015, Hill Corley, a former IBM employee, took over the bowling alley with the help of her husband and two children. It was the last business her father held on to. She promised she'd keep it. She promised him she'd keep it. Wow. Her neighbors have come to help. I think the community realized this place is our pillar, she said. Crossley has been happy customer through two generations of the Hill family. Johnny Hill was a people person, Crossley said. He wanted this house packed. Wow, man. W story, bro. What a fan. Whoa. Man, W story, bro. Oh, this is her Hill Court. Oh, man, this is beautiful, bro. Bro, see, this is what it looked like coming together, bro. I'm seeing so much like crazy dialogue on this internet, bro, especially within my community and things of that sort. I mean, the black community, of course. And so to see what's going on in real life of unity, nationwide, worldwide, what's really going on, I love to see it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout out to the South Side, W South Side, W Chicago, W Inglewood. Shout out to the West Side. Shout out to Austin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Saba. West Side better go crazy. All right, cool. Yeah. W story though, for sure. Shout out to Phil Lewis for posting it. That's my
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Yeah, we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.